Prairie Musicians is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota, and by the members of Prairie Public.
Hi, my name is Connor Lee, and it's really great to be here at Prairie Public today with my band. Joining me is Max Jonk on bass, Andrew Nelson on keys, and Matthew Tingham on drums. I grew up in Fergus Falls, Minnesota. Like a lot of kids, I was in middle school band and choir. I played the clarinet for 8 years, but then at the end of 7th grade, my dad asked me if I wanted to learn the guitar. That essentially was a life-changing moment for me. I moved to the Fargo-Moorhead area to attend college at MSUM, where I majored in guitar performance and received a jazz studies degree. And I lived in the FM area for about 10 years, but then in 2021, I moved to Minneapolis. I started writing my own music actually in middle school. I would just listen to a lot of like Weird Al Yankovic and knew that he did a lot of parodies, and I thought that was like a really great framework. It was just a way to kind of have like a blueprint to kind of use as a way to branch off to different things. When I attended college, I got really into jazz composition and just seeing kind of the different framework of how that music works. So I'd say that the music that I am playing today is kind of a Venn diagram of my musical roots as a kid growing up in the late 90s and 2000s, and a big consumer of alternative rock, but then going to music school and learning jazz. The music that my group is performing today was all written during the COVID-19 pandemic. I kind of treat this music as kind of the soundtrack to my catharsis while navigating burnout recovery. I think for a lot of folks, that period of time was a pretty dark time, and I personally was at a place where I was not really sure if I wanted to return to music, which is a pretty scary place to be, especially after devoting so much time and energy to that craft. The music that my group is performing today was kind of meant for me to kind of get realigned with writing and playing music again. A lot of the different themes, there's things influenced by nostalgia, heartbreak, love, anger, and for me, just as like a performer, trying to write something that I knew that I would enjoy writing. The next song that we're going to be performing for you is called Candyland, and this was the tune that I really tried to challenge myself to see if I could incorporate a lot of jazz guitar influenced things that I had studied while in music school, but really filter it through, kind of like a 2000s alternative rock mindset. A piece of advice that I would like to pass down was A piece of advice given to me by the high school orchestra teacher from Fergus Falls, Mark Soley. He caught me at a performance by another previous Prairie Musicians guest, Anthony Miltich. I remember Mark asking me, "What do you think about this?" And I said something along the lines of, "Oh, I really wish that I could, do something like this." And he said, "You're not going to get anywhere with that. You can't spend all of your time just wishing, but you need to be making moves and doing the work." And essentially, it's just kind of like, it's very easy to dream, but it's much harder to start with the first beginning steps. So my advice is just to start. And I think from that point on, the pieces kind of, fall into place. My favorite thing about performing live, there is a headspace that I think every musician, maybe gets to experience maybe a couple times a year, where there's just like this supreme mental clarity where everything that like either you sing or play is coming out like the way that you're hearing it in your head, and you just feel like you're one with your instrument. And so I feel like I experience that maybe twice a year, and then the rest of the year I'm just chasing that feeling again. This next song that we're going to be playing for you is called Don't Shoot the Messenger, and it is a response to ignorance and racial profiling.
Prairie Musicians is made possible by the Minnesota Arts and Cultural Heritage Fund and the citizens of Minnesota, and by the members of Prairie Public.